Yo. Hello everyone and welcome to a Christmas Q&A. If you celebrate Christmas, then Merry Christmas. If not, then Happy Holidays. Or whatever you're doing, you know, I hope you're having a good time. And I thought I'd do a Q&A here because it's been a while now and like no good Christmas games coming out for some reason. And it's kind of sad to me. So I asked you guys on Twitter for some questions. So we're answering a few of those. And also, did I mention that I've merch that's still available for 15% off if you use the code on screen, which is SUIT15. Only available for the rest of December here, so make sure to get it. So yes, thank you for joining me and let's just cue the intro. First question from Penguin Pie. Hello PewDiePie. My favorite pizza toppings. Such a good question. There are actually a lot of stuff I really like on pizza. I like what's it called? Asshole. Now, I should really like potatoes. Obviously, pepperoni's good. I like jalapenos. I like, you know what? Like all of it is good. Let's be honest here. But those are some of my favorites. I also do like pineapple. I know that's a big thing, but like I like the sweetness a lot. Next question. Hoshi asks, how have you been doing lately? Hoshi, shut the fuck. I'm doing good. I was gonna go away for Christmas here, but we didn't do it, and then we're just kind of staying home chilling, and I'm having a good time. And otherwise, I've been chilling. Just been doing good. You know, playing with friends, doing this and that, spend time with family. What are some of your favorite community memes over the years? I like my ass, alright? Like, I like the name my ass in Pokemon. And then actually, I do like, you know, stupid names like Hemwick Chicken, Brisket Himchin. You know, that's a funny thing. And lastly, of course, Crispy Motherfucker. I would... Actually, but without Crispy Motherfucker, I'd be better off, I think. I don't need Crispy Motherfucker in my life. That's just one of my, like, first videos I made. What does a typical MythyMoo day consist of? Also, what are some of your favorite things to do when you're not creating videos? Good questions, Voot. I will tell you right now. A typical MythyMoo day. I can actually show you this right now. Wait, one sec. Honestly, that's about it. You know, I wake up right over there. I go out, I brush my teeth immediately, I piss my pants, I take some vitamins with my food, whatever I'm having for breakfast at dinner time, and then pretty much I just sit down, I edit and record in whichever order I've gotten stuff done in. And after that, normally I just play games with my friends or have some alone time. That's pretty much it. That's literally all I do. Like a completely normal, typical day if there are no things I gotta do. I do need to go on more walks though. What is your ultimate goal in life? Where do you see yourself in 5 or 10 years? Well, my ultimate goal in life. I've thought this over many times, and I always come to the same conclusion after about 1 minute of thinking. And literally, it's making enough money to just, like, live comfortably and being able to do, like, you know, travel and stuff whenever I want to. That's something I like over there? Buy it. I want a new PC? I can buy it. But yeah, literally just chill. Like, if by the time I'm done doing YouTube and all that, if I've made enough and have invested enough to the point where I can, like, do whatever I want, that is my ultimate goal. Where do I see myself in 5 or 10 years? I would say in 5 years, I'd still want to be doing YouTube, I think. 10 years, you know, we don't know what will happen, but I definitely, for now, and for the past more than 5 years, been enjoying the hell out of this, but we'll see, we'll see. Next question is, do you ever feel burned out or have to scrap a video because you feel like it's not good enough, doesn't have the good vibe? Yes and yes. Feel burned out, it's not very often I do. I've got pretty good self-control over how much I can work before being pissed off about it. As long as I'm in the mindset of like, okay, I gotta make sure I do this, then it's easy peasy. Like, it's just done. And that's the thing. Like, I can spend the entire day doing a video or two, literally doing nothing else, and I'll enjoy it. Like, I really honestly enjoy this. And also, have you scrapped stuff because of this and that? Yes, I've scrapped quite a few videos, especially this year too. For series, I don't really scrap videos because it's just, you know, I'm doing it and I know what I'm doing. But for random games, there have been a few where I just, like, I play it and the game's just not fun, so I don't, like, continue it. I play for like half an hour, I'm like, okay, this sucks. Which, you know, is slash doesn't have the good vibe because I don't want to be, I just want to just play like an indie game and shit on it. That's literally no reason for that. If I want to play like a shitty game, I want to do it because it's shitty, so it's funny, so you like make fun of it or whatever. But if I'm trying to, like, you know, find some gems here and there and then it's not fun, I'm not gonna upload that. Like, that's not my kind of shit. Can you show me your true form? I know you're not human. I know a cat is under your skin and flesh. How'd you know? I guess I gotta show you then, one sec.
What is going on, everybody? This is Smith and welcome.
In this very present moment, I have no idea what I did in the future, but I know it's gonna be so shit and no one's gonna laugh. Can you rate my partner's cat? He's chilling there, or she's chilling, I don't know. But why are they sitting like that? I'm gonna rate it 2. How do I grow a beard like yours, Smith? I get this question a lot, you know. People always, they wonder how I make and grow such a magnificent beard. An exquisite piece of facial hair doesn't just grow itself, you know. You gotta drink lots of water. That's number 1 step. Number 2, just shave it completely off. What is your favorite and least favorite thing about doing content? Also, love your videos. I watch them almost every day. Thank you so much, Sylvion with an X. My favorite and least favorite thing. My favorite thing is making so much money. Like, it's so good. Now, I think my favorite thing is that I genuinely enjoy doing videos, getting the feedback, you know, sharing games experiences with other people, and it's a good time. My least favorite thing about doing content is that sometimes I want to like play a game with either my friends or alone, but then it's like, I should record this. But sometimes you don't want to like record everything. I kind of do in a way because it's fun memories, as well as when like a new big game that I've been looking forward to, like Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, when they come out, and then I because I watch other YouTubers, but I can't really watch anyone else before I finish my own stuff. That kind of sucks too, but it's not too bad. Definitely the game thing though. Like sometimes I feel like I can't just play a game without recording it. How do you decide what games to make into series when you make a video on them? This one's pretty easy because it all comes down to how many views, likes, and comments that video gets on the first episode. And then, you know, if it's a lot, then why not just do more? Obviously, it has to be a good game as well. And like, if it's an incredible game, but like no one cares about it, then I'll just play it in my free time. But if YouTube, especially doing daily videos, you want to do stuff that, you know, people care about, or else, especially nowadays, your videos will just drop down. Because then if you skip like 2 weeks of videos, you won't get any videos from me recommended anymore. So a lot of you will not watch those. And that happens. Like, YouTube just goes up and down all the time. But games to game, you know, it's fine. What are some games/anime that you think are underrated? Also, has there been any games that you haven't made videos for, but think they should be mentioned? Merry Christmas, Myth Guy Man. Some games and anime you think are underrated. I do think, well, I don't know how underrated it is, because it's pretty highly rated, but not enough people watch and appreciate Vinland Saga. In terms of games, definitely 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim. I've mentioned this game like a few times now. If you've got a Switch or a PlayStation, play that game, man. Like, I beg you, it's so good. Like, just for the story, it's actually ridiculous. I'm looking through my Steam right now to see if there are any other games. You know what? I'll also say Ender Lilies. I want to say Hyper Universe, which doesn't, you can't even play it anymore, but that's like my favorite MOBA of all time. So good. Really, really hope it like returns at some point. I'll actually also mention Neo 2. I feel like it's still underrated. There's so many people that just have not played it. I understand that it's not as accessible as FromSoft games, because this is like a lot harder, but also it can be a lot easier because it's like even more versatile in terms of builds and all that, but it's so sick. Oh wait, another underrated anime is Great Teacher Onizuka. I don't know how like underrated that is. I think it's pretty highly rated as well, but it's a sick anime. Top 10 fast food restaurants, MythyMoo edition, please. This one is hard because we have like no fast food restaurants here in Denmark that are good. Literally all we've got in my area is McDonald's, Burger King, I think a Domino's somewhere, but like Domino's pizza stinks compared to every single independently owned restaurant that sells pizza here. No one eats pizza willingly from Domino's instead of like these legends that are just making pizza otherwise. It's like same price unless you got like a big discount thingy. Much more fresh. There's so many more options and it's just so much better. I don't even think we have 10 in Denmark. I know we have like 1 KFC in Copenhagen. There's probably a Pizza Hut somewhere. I mean, they're all in Copenhagen if you want to go these fast food things, but I haven't been to any of them. So the ones I've been to, I'm gonna say McDonald's 1, Domino's 2, Burger King 3. Will you do more videos with me? I love watching you two so much and I genuinely enjoy your collab videos. Also, what's your top 3 most anticipated games for 2013? Just was not what he said. More videos with me? Nah, he's a piece of shit. I hate him. I never want to talk to him again. You know what he did to me? He shat on my bed when I was sleeping. He literally shat on my bed when I was sleeping. And when I woke up, he uninstalled my entire fucking PC. He's just a fuckhead. He is. But yeah, we'll play some more stuff. In fact, I still have Dead Space 3 with him. Like, I have the entire game recorded and I just never made it into a video for some reason. Or a few videos. Like, it's a long game-ish. And my top 3 and most anticipated games for 2023. This one is tough because I don't know when games are coming out. If Silksong is next year, of course Silksong. 9 Souls. It's actually like, I think one of my most anticipated indie games I've ever had in my life. Like, it's so fucking sick and I only played the demo. I don't think Crowswan is coming out next year. Maybe it is. If it is, that's definitely up there. The Legend of Zelda, of course. The sequel to Breath of the Wildebeest. There's also Wolong Fallen Dynasty. Off the top of my head, I think those are my most anticipated. I don't know what order though. Oh yeah, also Black Myth Wukong, if it comes out. Oh, and Lies of P as well. Oh shit, that's so many good ones. I literally have like a list I update every time we get a new date on like a game. What is happening in this picture? just don't care. Just Mask Guy and Condom Head, sequel to Cuphead. What's your top 3 game OSTs of all time? That's a good question. Definitely up there on either number 1 or 2 is probably Chrono Trigger / Chrono Cross. But mostly Chrono Trigger. But both are fucking insane. I love them. If you know them, you probably heard me use music from them from time to time. I think Chrono Trigger to me has one of the best OSTs like ever. If you go through the OST, all of them sound good. I really love Donkey Kong Country's OSTs. Of course, also gotta go with Pokemon Gold or Pokemon Emerald. I love them both. I also am gonna go with Sekiro because Divine Dragon theme is in there. Genishiro's theme's in there. Ishin's, Guardian Apes, Corrupted Monk, so many good ones in that one. Dark Souls 3 has really good ones. Elden Ring is up there. I think Elden Ring for me is above Dark Souls 3. Bloodborne, of course, is sick too. Every time someone says top 3 things, I just don't do a top 3. I just like mention shit. Relax. I'm just trying to spread some good OSTs here. Wait, give me a second. We've also got Ender Lilies. Like looking through my own lists, I remember. Oh, and also Shadow of the Colossus. I forgot about that. That's so good. What games were you playing when you were younger? Like what games you grew up with? As I mentioned a lot of times, I grew up with Pokemon Gold, which I believe was my first or second game of all time when I was like 3 or 4 years old, because I got my Game Boy Advance then, and I got Super Mario Bros. 2 and Pokemon Gold. Moving on from there, we did emulation. So most of my like younger games were Game Boy games, obviously, like Game Boy Color and Advance. More of my favorite were Fire Emblem on the Game Boy Advance, Sacred Stones as well. Moving on from that though, when we got PCs and we started playing on Windows 99 and 97 and whatnot, it was Heroes of Might and Magic 3, which to this day is still a banger game. Like that shit's so good. Moving on from that though, when we went to like Windows XP and towards the start of Windows 7, and probably still one of my most played games was Warcraft 3. And again, still a game I thoroughly enjoy because there were so many custom maps. Like I'll just play like One Piece versus Naruto versus Dragon Ball Z Dota mode. Like what the fuck is going on in there? It's the best. Spent countless hours with my big brother and with my friends when they were over, because we had like a setup literally in this room with like 3 PCs here, and we'd have like a LAN thing next to each other. It was so good. And on the side of all this as well, we had an Xbox, an original Xbox, and some bangers there were of course Halo 1, Halo 2, Time Splitters, fucking fantastic series. And then after all of these things, I moved into the Call of Duty realm. I did Call of Duty for so many years, and that's when I started doing videos for the first time. I'd made like a channel where I upload directly from my 360. Still didn't auto edit. Like I remember when I first saw a clip of like a synced shot, like someone had put like rock music and it was like someone just shot a guy and like synced with the music like on the drop. I was like, what the fuck? You waited for the music to shoot? Like what an idiot. And I wasn't even that young then. I think I was around 15 or 14. And then I started editing on my laptop, and I played lots of Call of Duty. I got like an HP VR, started recording shit on my shitty ass block TV. And from editing those videos for years, I started, you know, getting into doing a lot of crazy over edited stuff. And that's where I was like, okay, let me make a YouTube channel here. And this channel was started in 2013. I only edited for like 2 or 3 years before that. Crispy motherfucker happened like a month later. And the rest was Smite. But your question was, what did you play when you were younger? What's your favorite Gremlin cat picture this year? It's gotta be this guy over here. Do you see this guy? This guy. He's sick. Next question is how and why from the boys. I really did hope that I didn't have to answer this, but I mean, now you're pressuring me to do it, I'm not going to. You probably heard this question already, but I'm gonna ask anyway. How'd you come up with the name MythyMoo? Boy, do I have a story. As a lot of you guys know, the people that have been following me for a while, I've answered this question before, by the way, but even my URL is like the official myth. So I started out with just myth. I started realizing like there are more people called myth, and then what do you know? TSM Myth comes out of nowhere, explodes. And I was like, fuck yeah, I made the right decision. MythyMoo came from just, you know how Markiplier was called like MythyMoo, names like PewDiePie, Jacksepticeye, these kind of names were like popular. It was something special, something unique, and it's a very, very good choice. And I'm glad I made the decision to change it. And now it's stuck with me. It's got nothing to do with like cows. It's just because it's a standalone name that I can always get pretty much. Next up is, what's your favorite food? This one's so tough because I love Indian food. I love Mexican food. I love Italian food. I love Korean food. I love Chinese, Japanese, fucking D's. I can't pick a singular favorite food because it all depends on mood. There's actually like too much good food out there. That's why traveling is just top tier. You just get like food from everywhere that tastes good and different. Next question is, what kind of software and stuff do you use for recordings and editing? I use OBS for recording screen as well as for streaming when I stream my one time a decade. For my audio, I use Audacity, a free program as well. But then for post-processing, I actually use Adobe Audition, which is not needed at all. You can just do it all in Audacity there. Plus, with this mic setup I have, I want to sound good without any post-processing, so I have like this box that allows you to do real-time effects, compression, whatever, equalizer. So basically, instead of having, you know, a giant mixer, you have them as a software, and it's actually so fucking sick. So OBS for recording videos, as well as Facecam I'm recording. I should just use 2 different OBS things at the same time. One for screen and one for Facecam, which is connected under my shit into my PC with an Elgato. I think it's a cam link, and obviously for consoles, I just have an Elgato. I think it's an HD60S Plus or some shit. Literally get OBS and Audacity, you can make videos. And they're both free, of course. What's your favorite anime? I gotta go with Attack on Titan. You know, I've been following this shit since 2013. Read and loved the manga. And it's been a huge part of my life, actually, in terms of a lot of things. Next up, we got one game you can play again for the first time. Ooh, and one game you wish you could unplay and never play again. Holy shit, that's gonna suck ass if that's what you want. Do you mean like I would unplay it so that I get all the hours I spent on it back? So play again for the first time. Oh boy. I'm gonna have to go with 13 Sentinels, Aegis Rim. Otherwise, I think I'd say either Sekiro or Elden Ring, but definitely 13 Sentinels. Fucking banger game. One day I want to revisit it, like years later, just to like get that feeling again somewhat and explore more things that I didn't do when I actually played it for the first time. And one game you wish you could unplay and never play again. The obvious answer is Smite, but that would mean I wouldn't be on YouTube, and that would mean so many of my good memories with my friends wouldn't exist, so I wouldn't say that. Oh, I got it. Hyper Universe, because that would mean that the pain that I currently have from the fact that it doesn't exist anymore wouldn't be there because I never played it. Good answer, me. Next up we got, do you like mint ice cream? Chris, yes I do. I really like mint ice cream. In fact, it's so good, especially with chocolate in it. If I'm in the mood for chocolate or mint and shit, I'm gonna get chocolate and mint and shit. Otherwise, I just want like sorbet fruit stuff. But it's very actually rarely I get ice cream now. It's been years almost, I think. What is Christmas like in Denmark? Christmas is Christmas. It's actually, yeah, it's different. I just realized. So I think UK and US both wake up and get like presents and shit. In Denmark, we wake up on Christmas Day. At least for us, my mom and stuff start preparing the food. You know, we eat duck here in this household. And it saddens me that so many of you will never have this duck in your life. You'll never have it, and you'll never know how good it is. Like the way my mom and grandma make it, like fuck, it's good. But we don't open presents until later, so we go into the night, we eat dinner. After dinner, and we've kind of just chilled out for a little bit, we then dance around the Christmas tree, sing some songs, and then open presents and just enjoy our time and hang out. And personally, after hearing other people do it in the mornings and stuff and seeing like Home Alone as a kid, I'm glad we don't do it in the morning. Like the morning does not have the same feeling as like a cozy after dinner nighttime vibe. That feeling is Next up, what is your favorite video you've made? This one's very tough because I've made 5 million videos. I think I'll actually say the Korea vlog. That video is done in one day as well. All my videos on this channel have been done in one day because I'm such a fuck. Like when I start something, I just overwork myself until it's done. Literally just fucking 15 hours in a row. I just sit there doing it and I'm happy with it. It turned out great. Otherwise, I like my Japan vlogs for other reasons. I like a lot of my videos with my friends, and probably the winner would be Crispy Motherfucker 1 hour edition. Do you have pet? I actually don't have any pets. Actually, wait, I had a pet. I had a rabbit when I was young. It died. Yeah, the main reason is like a good excuse. I'm fucking allergic to every goddamn animal in the world. Next up is that taking care of them is annoying. Third one is that when you go traveling, you gotta make sure to have other people do that, and I don't want to have other people do that. Number 4, they die. I don't like that. So like there are too many things that go against me getting one. That's why like I love them from a distance. That's why I totally understand the more Asian culture of like having cat cafes, dog cafes, just to have a good little chat with these little chaps, you know? Obviously I have nothing against people with pets, like that's sick, but I guess just not for me. Since you upload every day, do you ever get into low motivation kind of phase where you don't really enjoy games? Because I know I do every now and then, and I don't even upload. Well, for my entire life, I don't think I've been burnt out of playing video games ever. In fact, I'm the kid that's like, we're playing a game and my friends start saying like, oh, we should do something else. And I'm sat there like, what? We're having so much fun, right? I do feel like I'm still like that in many ways. So getting tired of games? I don't think so, because there's so many games. So if I get tired of one game, then it's like, okay, I'm just gonna play something else. And mostly when I enjoy games, it's with my buddies, you know? And together, we can enjoy anything. Of course, there are times where it's like, I kind of got low motivation, but that's not just because of the games, it's just in life in general. But like, if you followed me for a while now, we've seen with Smite, you know, you get burned out and shit, you start getting pissed off about the tiniest things. And I don't like that feeling, so I quit. And boy, am I glad I did. That was a very good choice. So to minimize this exact thing you are talking about right now, I changed my format, I changed my channel to fit what I like to do. That's why I think a lot of people that like get burnt out on YouTube and stuff, it is 95% on the person themselves. Like if you feel stuck in a game or whatever, you can't start blaming like, oh, it's just because my fans don't watch those, they're fake fans. Clearly, you made your channel that, and you took that momentum, you built it upon that. So no wonder like the people want to watch that. Like you can't blame others for that, because I understand like when I watch someone and they play something I don't care about, I'm not gonna watch it. Like that's just as simple as that. There's some people where I'll watch no matter what they do, and that's fine. But generally speaking, you know, you want to kind of watch stuff you want to watch. The same as video format, you know, the people that make a video a week or whatever, you know, it's a choice. It is a choice. If the choice doesn't work out, then quit or change it up. A lot of people, you know, start making Patreons, start streaming on the side, because it's not like the world's just gonna like bend for what you want to do. Who the fuck am I? Who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are any of us? We see it time and time again for like so many people. They get famous off one thing, they keep doing that one thing. 5 years later, they get pissed off when someone on the street says, hey, aren't you the guy that did that one thing? When they did the fucking one thing. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is that motivation, especially for games, is probably not something to do with the games, but it's a personal problem, which of course there's nothing wrong with, but you know, you gotta balance everything. And that's not just games, that's everything in life, especially when it comes to motivation. Was this like an anti-motivation speech? I think I just blamed people for being demotivated. But no, you understand. Would you like to stream more? Or ever thought about streaming a game you're currently playing or starting and then uploading the uncut gameplay? I get in streaming moods, but then I don't. YouTube is such a safe thing where it's just like a daily thing, and I can't like do daily videos and then also stream all the time afterwards, especially when I edit myself and all that. But you know, there are times where I want to, there are times there maybe at one point in the future, I'm like, oh fuck it, I'm not gonna upload in the weekends anymore, I'm gonna stream instead. Who knows? That could be fun, you know, we could do like streaming weekend or something, but I don't really like making like a thing out of that, because I know that by the time we get there, I don't want to do it anymore, so I'm not gonna do it. That's why whenever I stream, it's so spontaneous, and I just do like fucking 7 days in a row and then I quit. And for the uncut gameplay, I have that second channel for that, but yeah, I don't really upload on there right now, but it's there as a backup. But yeah, I still have this thing in my mind where at some point I'd love to be able to play those games, as we talked about earlier, the games that don't really get views that I want to play, that I then play in my free time. Maybe I could record those for like uncut videos for people that care about it, whether that's through like a Patreon or on a YouTube join thingy, or you know, a stream. We'll find out. Do you like manga, and if so, have you read Claymore? I do like manga. I have not read Claymore. I have seen an AMV with Breakin' Benjamin playing in the background. That's the only thing I know about Claymore. I have not read the manga at all, and I know nothing about it other than a couple of designs. It looks sick. Otherwise, the manga I've been reading recently have been Kaiju number 8, and that's literally it. Like, after Attack on Titan ended, I've just kind of been hanging out, you know, waiting for anime to come out instead, because it's an easier way to do things. But I like binging stuff. Many of you probably do as well. That's why a lot of you like wait for a series of mine to be done so you can just watch them all. I definitely have that with anime and manga mostly. There's some that I obviously want to watch on launch, but yeah, I kind of just want to wait for series to finish or for the anime to come out. Would you give him $1? He can make his own goddamn dollar. Fuck you. Favorite anime right now that's airing? It has to be Chainsaw Man and Mob Psycho. I mean, those are the two big boys right now. And Mob Psycho just ended, actually. I'm recording this on the day that like last episode's coming out, so I'm excited for that. But yeah, I've been following Mob Psycho since the first anime debut, and obviously Chainsaw Man is fucking sick. And upcoming, there's so many cool ones upcoming. Like next year is crazy. Have you seen how many fucking anime Mappa are gonna do? They're doing Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2, Vinland Saga Season 2, finals part of fucking Attack on Titan, Chainsaw Man Part 2, probably not next year though, that's 2 or 3 years. They're also doing Hell's Paradise now, and did I mention One Punch Man? Remember that time that like 2022 was gonna be like the year for games and anime? No, it's all moved to 2023, and that's gonna be like twice as good. It's actually crazy. Alright, this has been a while now, but final question. Penis size. That's gonna have to do for this Christmas Q&A. This had nothing to do with Christmas at all, but it was a Q&A, and I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, please leave a like. It is Christmas. I'd love to read the comments, whatever you have to say. I don't have anything to tell you to write. You can also check out my Twitter. I'm on there very often. Second channel, stream, and of course the merch links are all in the description. Of course, subscribe if you're new around here. And as always, my name is Myth, and thanks for watching.